Hello, my name is Catherine Poole, also known as the Queen of Color. And this is the video prelude to my Thursday kick, which can be found at catherinepoole.com. This week is entitled Accidentally on Purpose. And what has happened is I've created this trilogy about automobiles and how, vehicles in general reflect your life's journey, but can also reflect what's going on in your body and in your relationships. So the last two entries have been about car parts, basically. This week I wanted to talk about accidents and incidents that take place and how to interpret those as messages from the universe in order to help you course correct. Sometimes we get subtle messages, which I like to refer to as feathers of guidance, and other times we get elephants dropped on our head, and often that's what an accident is. So in this week's kick at catherinepoole.com, I talk about the different types of accidents that we can have, and I also talk about the difference between a fender bender and a fatality, and exit points in terms of people that have transitioned in part because of vehicle accidents. So looking this week, it's really about what was going on in your life at the time of the accident, but also looking at the other factors that are involved, like, was it your fault to begin with? And I do cite one a wonderful young woman who had had all of these accidents, and none of them were her fault. I mean, some she was parked, others she was sitting still, and just kind of what those messages were all about in terms of what she needed to look at in her life. And she actually did a very good job reflecting and coming up to her own conclusions. I was very proud of that. And the other thing that I talk about is I talk about another accident that was much more severe that could have ended as a fatality, but she chose to stay on this side and actually resolve the issues that needed to be looked at that she kept kind of putting off until finally with the accident everything came to a culmination. Just to kind of see how it all makes sense. Because a lot of times these client examples are very powerful in terms of not only the interpretation of the incident or the accident, but also how it directly and literally applies to our life. So hopefully you'll check that out. I look at what you were doing at the time of the accident. Did you hit someone? Did someone hit you? Was it a rear end? Was it a side? Was it a spin? All different aspects in terms of accidents. So I think you'll find it very insightful. And also, I did touch on that very sensitive subject in terms of fatalities and exit points. I think so many of us probably have known someone that has transitioned because of an accident, but I bet for everyone that we have that's transitioned, there's probably an example or two of someone that just walked away and it was a miracle. Well, it was a miracle, but it was also a choice. So I hope you have a wonderful week and everybody's having a good summer. And once again, catherinepoole.com. Take care and thanks.